right, people. So I saw this video trending by some of our African brothers, and I am led in the spirit to quickly address it. Please, I'll play the video so that all of us can see what they are sharing. But before then, I just want to make a simple appeal. Uh, Let us not make this look like some kind of war between Nigeria and Niger. Nah. And I'm going to tell you the reason. Once war breaks out, once it becomes war, full-blown war, it's no longer going to be Nigeria versus Niger. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Get it? If you go into Niger to fight a war, or any country for that matter, since history, check antecedents of war. There's no war that happens in isolation anywhere in the world. No war happens in isolation. Once a war starts, once war breaks out, you start seeing allies versus enemies. They'll start plugging in. And the moment you allow that happen, Africa is going to be the battlefield. And there's no way, for instance, you attack Niger. If you attack Niger, you're attacking its allies. Burkina Faso, Chad, Mali, Algeria, all the countries in Africa that are already under military rule are potentially supporting Niger. All of them are going to bring in all there, including Russia, that already signed pacts to help them secure their country, because they are getting uranium, as we learned from, they are transacting uranium. So, and Nigeria will have its own allies, or our own allies, and in which case, the enemies of Russia will become friends of Nigeria. The friends of Nigeria will become enemies of Russia. And the moment you make Africa the battlefield or the battleground, you're done for. Already, Africa is like third world continent. Like, our development is like 100 years behind the developed countries, right? Imagine they now begin to make Africa the battlefield or battleground. What do you think will happen? So that simply means that they will reverse whatever we have gained, we have managed to gain by development. They will reverse it by another 500 years. And then, by the end of the war, they will now ask African leaders to start coming to them in conferences and conventions to come and beg for arms to help them develop. Don't forget that already our leaders are still borrowing loans. They will borrow loans, still 80%, use 20% to build few kilometers of road. Now imagine that they now bring in weapons, guns. Warmongers now come into Africa fully. Their own place is safeguarded. No war is happening there, but they are promoting war to happen in Africa. And at the end of the day, even this communication we're having will no longer happen, because there will be no. By the time they blow up everything, Shebi, you are still able to say, oh, mommy, daddy, oh, okay, for this month, just have 20K, 30K for just manage and buy food stuff. Take this 10K for your drug, 5K to buy gas. You are still able to do that because the banks are working, network is working. By the time they start throwing missiles, imagine Third Mainland Bridge, for instance. No, it's not going to happen by God's grace. Inshallah, in Jesus' name, right? But let us just assume without considering it happens. Third Mainland Bridge, they just share Lagos into two. Just one missile, just one grenade, one, two, piam, they caught it. The second Niger Bridge, you are still celebrating that they are about to finish completely. They are yet to finish completely. Going down, It took 20 years to build Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. How many kilometers? And they start using it to experiment bomb. Banks, blow off. You even log into your account, you won't see anything again. My brother, please, let's deal with our problem. Corruption, bad leadership, poor roads, inefficiencies, corruption. Let's manage and be dealing with that little by little. Inflation, minimum. Let's continue to battle it little by little until we get it right. Okay, whoever is not going to make his own country the battleground should not come and make Africa the battleground. That is the most important message for us. I'm not saying there should be military rule or there should be no military rule. It's not my interest. Any exploitative democracy, the democracy also allows for people to react whatever way they want to react. Okay? Any exploit, quote me very well, be careful. I'm not saying democracy is bad, and I'm not saying military is good. But I'm only saying however good a democracy is, or however good they theorize democracy to sound, okay, the moment the democracy they give, the type they give you is exploitative, you are also allowed to react whichever way. Now let us approach it diplomatically. Very important. Diplomatically. Let's approach one another diplomatically. Alaye, yeah, even though these things went wrong, please, it's not right to therefore allow military incursion. Yeah, let's talk. At least they have released Bazoum, Abi. According to news, they've released Bazoum already. So let Bazoum be. Let them talk. Let us assist them to talk things out. But please, A, no war. Not in Africa. Africa should not be battleground for war. There's no reason for us to have war in Africa. Okay? So those who are building nuclear weapon, atomic bomb, this bomb, that bomb, latest that they want to test, should not bring it to Africa. And let's not encourage, because I started seeing this video, and let me warn, no, not warn, let me encourage bloggers, please, if you're one of those sharing this kind of videos, let's also be responsible and patriotic. Let's not be using it to incite or encourage that, oh, hey, Nigeria will win Niger. It's not Nigeria versus Niger. But let me let you see what they are sharing. Let me just show you, just for showing sake. So they're simply saying, oh, if Nigeria goes to war with Niger, let me remove the title. Okay. Yeah. So they're simply saying Nigeria has more, that's Niger to the left, Nigeria to the right, armored vehicles, 180 to 2,000. And you think that is all? When war starts, you won't even know the number. Rocket projectors. They are saying Niger doesn't have, Nigeria has 59. They're saying total artillery, Niger has none, that Nigeria has 339. They are saying total aircraft, that Nigeria has only 16, Nigeria has 125. They're also saying that fighter aircraft, Niger 0, Nigeria has 8 of fighter aircraft. They're also saying that attack aircraft, Niger has only 2, Nigeria has 13. They're also saying that trainers aircraft, Nigeria has none, Nigeria has 38. They also say, in fact, let me just stop it because this is just not. Let me just stop it because at the end of the day, why is it that what we are showing or comparing is military strength, and that we are not even using it to defend or protect the country itself individually, but that we want to use it to fight ourselves or fight one another in Africa? How come Nigeria has all these things? That's where the question is. How come we have all these things and yet we still have, you know what I'm talking about? When last did you go to Sambisa? It's supposed to be a community of people residing peacefully. We have all these things, yet terrorists will invade even a military barrack and take over it. In fact, at some point, an entire local government area in the north was under terrorist control, under terrorist government. We have all of these things and we still have individuals holding government to ransom. How come they are not active or not useful when all sort of things are happening in the country and we can't capture them, but we can only show them in graphics when we want to go and attack fellow Africans? I'm only asking that if Africa becomes the battleground, if Africa should become the battleground, it's going to reverse us 500 years backwards. Yes, we can have them. Yes, we can use it to support anybody anywhere. But the first question every patriotic African should ask is, the war you are about to start, where is the battleground? If Africa will be the battlefield, it's better we just don't go to war. Let's talk brother to brother. The military that took over in Niger are Africans, fellow humans. We will talk. Guy, it's not fashionable for military to take over. Can you allow for a smooth transition? If people say truly they are tired of that democratic government, can you at least allow for, even if it is, for instance, it's not only Niger. Most parts of Africa have, fraudulent means by which the political class came to power. Most. And if you're not happy about that, and the judiciary is not capable to do justice or do the needful, and the military feels they can step in, then talk to them. Don't step in a manner that you want to come and stay, because it's not fashionable all over the world that military should take over. Okay, so but just at least allow transition, or just negotiate with them that, okay, we just want there's anarchy, there's disarray, there's lack of political trust, and this, can you allow this so that the government can sit tight? Okay, I agree. I will make sure that there's no more corruption, and make sure that, okay, the ones you don't want, the corrupt people I put in cabinet, okay, I agree, I will remove them. The ones I agree. Simple. What do the people want? Organize town hall. Why is it that politicians don't organize town hall for citizens? You talk over their heads. You talk as if they don't matter. African leaders want to talk. They travel out of Africa to go and have meeting. Why? You want to talk about Africa. The subject matter is Africa, but you are traveling out of Africa to go and have the discussion. Why? Why? And you are senator for it begins from local. Somebody will become local government chairman in one local government area. He won't even live in that place. They'll go to Abuja and be living there. You won't see them until Ileya once a while, or until there's a special occasion, or until end of their tenure. They now go and build. Somebody will be local government council chairman, one local government in one state in south, go and build guest house in east. After the end of their tenure, they go and live there and be going abroad once a while. From there, you won't see them again. It begins from there. What is wrong with a local government chairman, senator, House of Rep member, momentarily or occasionally having town hall to tell people, okay, in the past 3 months, these were the things we were able to discuss at the National Assembly to the favor of our constituents. These are the following things that will benefit us from the outcome of the bills passed so far, and these are the proceeds so far. We have been awarded constituency allowance to the tune of so amount, for which we are going to commit to so number of kilometers of roads, for which we are going to make sure that for the fellow Ajeromi community that says they have not been having electricity, this is what we want to do for you. Why are there no such town hall meetings? Leaders in Africa are too disconnected from the people they lead. And people will react anyhow. You can't tell them how to react. You cannot teach them. So people just feel the only way they can matter or get reaction is until they turn violent. Why are African leaders leading people to take up arms? Why are you leading people to be violent? It's not only Niger. Nigeria is even worse. It's just that we are telling our military, no, military incursion is not fashionable anywhere in the world. We don't want it. We have been, Nigeria is struggling. We are just trying to say, no, we don't want military. And our professors, academic profs will come around and tell us at every conference, every opportunity, they tell us the worst form of democracy is better than the best of military. They always tell us that to scare us. Okay, we don't also want military. But hey, do we want what is going on? Do we want? What is minimum wage? How much is the salary of a senator? The other time, okay, just yesterday, a Senate that is just constituted wants to go on holiday. And they have already started sending money to all senators' accounts. Akpabio, there's a video to that effect. Akpabio said, and when they told him, oh, don't announce it, he said, okay, I withdraw that statement. Okay, there will be a mail in your box to explain how we are trying to make your holiday easy. They're already going on holiday and giving themselves allowances while you are suffering. Giving themselves allowances, increasing their pay, speaking only about their own plight, saying 12 million is not enough every month for themselves. They are disconnected from the reality of the masses, the Nigerian masses who are doing the work. And they are all living on the informal sector. And the informal sector is stifled because they depend on oil. And the prices are going up almost every day for oil. Lots of entrepreneurs they are laying off workers, because they can't, the cost of running is no longer bearable. So they have to either downsize their workforce or shut down business. Yet some people, less than 500, sit themselves up in Abuja, whatever names you give them, whether you call them House of Representatives, House of Assembly, or whatever, and those in Aso Rock, ministers and co, enjoying themselves, disconnected totally from the people they are supposed to be representing. And once a while, flash of them, they'll just, oh, okay. Ilea is coming up in another 2 months. For me to have a rousing welcome, they'll just phone somebody, what project do you think I should do in that constituency? And the person will just say, oh, Baba, there's one school, just renovate it. And there's one Alaji that always has crowd whenever they want to do Ilea Wasi for Ilea. Just renovate his palace, give him some money, let him organize. He will host you during Ilea. I'll talk to him. 2 weeks to Ilea, that is when some people start realizing that they are representing a constituency. That's the stage. That's where we are. Reality. So when they want to come back, they start saying, okay, the road that goes to Oba's Palace, I want to greet Oba when I come. Then it's like the road that goes to Oba's Palace is not good. Okay, just talk to the Oba. Can I just, how many kilometers is that? Can we just grade it? Grade! Shegun up the mic. Nigerians don't really like the truth. So even if I'm saying it, now I mean they go the attack instead of to the understand it. So I don't want to talk too much. So I hope you understand. So let's just be managing ourselves the way we are. Things are bad, terrible. But let's manage ourselves. But war, if you say war, say war, anything can happen. If I use that slang, those who understand. Say war, anything can happen. Hey, lights go off. Light self now battery they use, so you don't even see finish go off. So that means I should round off, isn't it? All right, guys. See you guys later.